What's good, everybody? It's Mike Reed, and welcome to My Life Ministries, where leadership, influence, faith, and evolvement are the principles that we look to live by every single day of our life. And by us living those principles, it helps us to help youth to become motivated young leaders to implement faith every day in their lives as well. You have to lean into God's strength. You really have to lean into God's strength because He's the only one that is going to carry you. He's literally going to be carrying you the rest of the way, you know, and you have to be okay with him carrying you the rest of the way. You know the story, the poem of the footprints in the sand, and you know how it states that when you look back you only seen one set of footprints, and when Jesus replied it was because I was carrying you. That's where we are right now. You're weak, you're tired, you're not even overwhelmed, but you're just exhausted. The journey and the walk is exhausting, but even in that, your faith is strong, and you're not losing hope, you're not giving up, and Jesus knows that. He senses it, and he sees you and he feels you, to where he knows that now I have to go in and I have to pick you up. And even though that we're walking on this road, it's up to me to carry you. And Jesus is carrying you, and he's holding you, and he's nurturing you, and he's loving on you, and he's making sure that his arms are wrapped around you, because he wants you to know and understand that he has you and that everything is going to be okay. He knows that you're tired, and he knows that you understood, not to get weary in well doing. He knows that you understood to take the yoke of take his yoke upon you. He knows that you understood, not to allow anxiety to bother you and to be anxious for nothing. He knows that you understood that. But he knows that the fight is tough. He knows that the fight is tough. He knows that the walk is tough. But you're holding on to him. And he sees that. He knows that it's almost like, you're being in three overtimes in a basketball game, and it's up to you to take the last shot, but you have no legs. You have no legs. All the energy and your muscles are just weak to the point to where you can't even jump to get your form correct. He knows that it feels like, you've just ran a 50-mile marathon, and you're on the last mile, and you can see the finish line, but at the same time, your legs are just gone. You're breathing heavy, and you're just exhausted. God sees that. He sees that. He knows that it's like you being in your 12th round of a boxing match, and the opponent that you were facing, he wasn't as easy as you thought. Although you prepared for it, although you were ready for it, it took a lot out of you. And so you're trying everything that you can to win, but you're tired. You're tired, and you still trust God. You still have faith. You still believe. You still know that God has you. But God is letting you know that in this moment that he's going to be carrying you the rest of the way. He's going to pick you up. You're not going to have to walk. Your feet are not going to get tired. Your body is not going to ache. You're going to be able to breathe him in. You're going to be able to catch your breath. You're going to be able to get your stamina back. You're going to be able to get your energy back. You're going to be able to get, the nourishment that you need, because God is carrying you the rest of the way. But you have to be comfortable, and you have to be okay with God carrying you the rest of the way, because where he's taking you, he needs you to get your rest. Where he's taking you, he needs you to love with him. He needs you to depend on him. He needs you to follow him. He needs you to trust him in everything. So he's carrying you so that you can know that I have you. He wants you to see how he's molding you in that moment. He wants you to see how he's protecting you in that moment. He wants you to see how he's giving you time to rest, how he's giving you energy, how he's giving you love, how he's shaping you. He wants you to know that he's carrying you. He loves you so much. He knows your heart. He knows your wants. He knows your needs. He knows your desires. He knows everything that is going on in your life. And he knows how hard you are fighting. He knows how you lean and you depend on him. He knows that you've been running out of breath. He knows that you're dying of thirst, that you're dying of nutrients, that he knows that you need him. So he's come to pick you up and he's come to carry you the rest of the way. Let God carry you. This is a blessing and a privilege to be in this position. For God to sit back and say, you're running your race so well. You're fighting with everything that you can. You're leaning and you're dependent on me for my strength, my peace, my courage, my wisdom, my knowledge, my understanding. Everything about you, you're leaning on me. Even in the midst of you being tired. Even in the midst of being weak, even in the midst of knowing that I just feel like I can't do this anymore. But even when you feel like that, you still look up to God and you say, Lord, but I just can't let go of you. Because I know if I trust in you, I know if I lean and depend on you, everything is okay. But God, I'm tired. And God says, let me carry you. I see your heart. I know your thoughts. I know the way that you're feeling. So let me step in. Let me carry you. And while I'm carrying you, I want you to take deep breaths. Take deep breaths of my spirit. Breathe me in. Breathe me in so that you can get what you need from me. Breathe in my love. Breathe in my courage. Breathe in my wisdom. Breathe in my knowledge. Breathe in my understanding. Because when I carry you the rest of the way, once we get there and I place your feet on solid ground, I need you to be prepared. So yes, you ran. Yes, you're tired. But now let me do the rest. So trust me. Depend on me while you sit in my arms. That's what God wants you to understand. So let God carry you the rest of the way. He understands what's going on with you. He understands what's bothering you. He understands you. So don't ever forget that. God knows you. Just don't ever let go of his hand. Fighting, battles, they come. Many will give up. Many will run away. Many will. But because you held on to his hand, even in the middle of the battle, even in the middle of the fear, even in the middle of everything that you're going through, everything that you're facing, you're tired. Lord, when? Lord, how? Lord, why? Lord, when? Lord, this, Lord, that. But Lord, I trust you. It's not easy, Lord, but I trust you. Today's not feeling the same, Lord, but I trust you. I'm going through this today, God, but I trust you. God hears all of that. So let him carry you the rest of the way. Let him carry you. You guys have a wonderful and a blessed day, and I'll talk to you soon.